Before I start, I want to say peace out to the MBBC family, DT3 the Boon Man, and Two Hands, who started the whole organization, and of course Myra Magnus, I call him Magnum, and also Andrew Tucker, who I call Dre. Peace to those brothers out there. They're the ones who started this movement in the MBBC, and they gave me a seat at the table, so I appreciate y'all. David Benavidez is the new face of boxing after Canelo falls. And of course, this is coming from Boxing News 24, who can't stand Canelo or Terrence Crawford. But they are not the only ones. Sergio Mora from The Zone gave his opinion about who's the new face of boxing. So let's listen to what he has to say. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's listen to what Sergio Mora has to say why David Benavidez is the new face of boxing. Let's take a listen.
With Canelo losing to Crawford, who's the most likely to take up the mantle as the new face of boxing? It's an interesting question because you can say Terrence Crawford is right now, and that probably is true, but the face of boxing, if you look at the next guy, you got to be looking at some of the guys that are in their 20s. Who do you think that guy is?
David Benavidez. I think he's, 28 years old. No wear and tear. Exciting fighter, the Mexican monster. I think he can be the next guy that can be on top for a long time because he has the perfect blend of speed and power. That's so rare, and especially coming from that 6'2" height, and he has long arms. He really is a monster, man. I don't see anyone beating him. I don't see anyone outboxing him or outfighting him. So Benavidez is the future.
Yeah.
Before we get into the David Benavidez being the next face of boxing, Abbas Barral has been crowned new WBA champion as Crawford vacates. And we don't know how long this is going to last because you know who his number one contender is? No other, and I'm not surprised, it's Jaron Boots Ennis. It was talk about Barral facing off with Jermell Charlo for the WBA belt, but we don't even know at this stage of Jermell Charlo's career if he can make that weight anymore. He hasn't been at that weight class for a couple of years now. So now it looks like if Boots Ennis gets past Yusima Lima, he will have an easier path to a title at 154. But we'll see what happens. Style-wise, it seems like Yusima Lima and Barral are tailor-made for Jaron Boots Ennis. Better than facing Bakram or a Sebastian Fundora. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Lima and Barral will surprise me. Now, Sergio Mora said David Benavidez is the next face of boxing since Canelo lost. Boxing does not work that way. Right now, to me, it's out of three guys who are the best fighters on the planet. Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk, and Inoue. But Terrence Crawford is not the face of boxing as far as financially, right? His fans are eager to see what he does next. Canelo still puts butts in seats. He's still the cash cow of boxing. He is still one of the ambassadors of the sport. He's been beat 3 times and that nothing has changed. Canelo still brings the butts in seats. David Benavidez is not there yet. We don't even know if Benavidez is going to get past Yard. He's favored to do it, but the fight hasn't happened yet. And it takes more than that to be the face of boxing. You know, people had Gervonta Davis as a face of boxing, but I do notice some fake Canelo fans are trying to get David Benavidez to do what Canelo couldn't do, and that is beat Terrence Crawford. So David Benavidez is slowly getting fans on his bandwagon. The same fans and content creators that dogged him for years. Now, since Canelo has lost another fight, they say Canelo's past his prime. Now they're hopping on the David Benavidez train. Another difference between Canelo and David Benavidez is Canelo has a country behind him. He has Mexico. David Benavidez does not have Mexico behind him. He doesn't even have a state behind him. Arizona is not behind him, and he's from there. But what would David Benavidez have to do to become the face of boxing? Would David Benavidez be the face of boxing if he beats Terrence Crawford after Canelo losing to him? Or would he be the face of boxing if he gets in the ring with Canelo and he defeats him? Sort of what Oscar did with Julio Cesar Chavez. I just think personally some fighters don't have the it factor to be the face of boxing. Also, the other stuff, the accolades. Canelo is a 4-division champ. Also, he's been undisputed twice. David Benavidez is not even close to that. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. In your eyes, what would it take David Benavidez to be the face of boxing? BZ, I'm gone.